Hello and welcome to Slightly Nostalgic. My name is Griff, and we have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 8, The Winter Solstice, Part 2, Avatar Roku. Alright, this is a really good episode. There's lots of fun action, there's lots going on, so let's just get into it. This is, of course, Part 2, continuing from the previous episode, where they go to the island, and Aang has to figure out how to get into the chamber to talk to Avatar Roku, and the firebenders are chasing them around, the sages who are supposed to protect the Avatar, but these guys are actually aligned with the Fire Nation now, who is evil, so they're trying to stop the Avatar from getting into the chamber to do whatever, we don't know. And then he talks to Roku for a while. Roku tells him that the comet's coming, and that's when we learn about Sozin's comet, and suddenly we have, like, the stakes have risen. We've got a deadline now. We can't just wander around everywhere doing whatever we want, taking our time. We gotta focus. They have until the end of next summer to get the Avatar to full strength and able to control all the elements and able to fight the Fire Nation, because they're going to be super powerful when this comet is in the sky. But even before that, Aang starts out this episode finally in a pretty responsible mood. We don't have to get through like 5 or 10 minutes of him just wandering around, doing crazy things, jumping around, flying around, doing whatever, trying to ride animals and stuff. He's on a mission, he's focused, and they do the kind of cliche thing where he's gonna go off alone, and then everybody finds out and they're like, no, you're not going without your friends. And later it kind of turns out they didn't actually need to be there, I don't think. I don't know. I mean, they helped a little bit, but I feel like he would have been fine on his own. But then Zuko finds out where he's going, so he can follow him there. And there's a scene where Zuko, like, pops out of the shadows, or they have the old man, like, the village leader guy. He turns around and Zuko's right there and is really intimidating, and he, like, pushes him in and everything. But, I mean, it's kind of silly because Zuko is still a teenager. Like, anytime you see him standing next to an adult, I feel like he's much less intimidating. Like, yeah, he has a cool scar and everything, and he's got the Fire Nation armor on and everything like that, but, like, he's a kid. I mean, also this episode brought up some questions for me about Zuko, because there's the Fire Nation blockade, and Zuko's not allowed to pass it to go back into Fire Nation territory. But I mean, he's got all these soldiers with him, and he has a whole ship, and his uncle's there, so like, did his uncle have these soldiers and he just went with him? Or was the Fire Lord just like, you're banished, but you're still the prince, so here's like a bunch of soldiers to help you or something? Like, I don't know. Did he know he was gonna go look for the Avatar? Because it's kind of played up like Zuko is doing this and didn't want anybody to know he was looking for the Avatar, and he was gonna surprise his father with this and try to get back in. But I don't know. It's a little weird. Like, are all these other soldiers also banished? I don't know. But there's a really cool action scene where Appa is flying around in between the catapult bombs that are falling. I don't know what they are. The catapult rocks. They're on fire. What, missiles? The missiles. He's weaving and dodging. And of course, Sokka falls off because they're not tied down or even holding on to anything. Of course he's gonna fall off. They need seatbelts is what I'm saying. And then once they get to safety, there's a funny line that's like the standout comedic moment of the episode for me, where she's over there talking to Appa like, oh, you must be so tired after all that flying. And then Sokka's like, nope, I'm feeling great. And she goes, I was talking to Appa. And he goes, well, I was talking to Momo. And then they cut to Momo just like, ah. And then there's just a lot of action, just them like Scooby-Doo style running around in this temple where the firebenders are chasing them around, and then they come up with a plan to get inside, or to get Aang inside, but they get captured and all of that. But the cool stuff happens after all of the stuff happens in the chamber, where we find out about the comet, where Roku just possesses Aang, I guess, and there's like this ghost spirit of Roku, and he just like obliterates everything. Like, he doesn't kill everybody, but he knocks everybody down. He melts the chains that are holding everyone. He also seems to free Zuko, who was there and was also captured by the Fire Nation. I thought that was interesting. Like, maybe Roku sees something in Zuko and knows that maybe Merber's not really a bad guy. I don't know. But then at the end, I was kind of sad because the Fire Sage guy who helped them gets arrested along with everybody else, and they get taken off to the Fire Lord or whatever. Like, what's gonna happen to that guy? He was a good guy. Oh man. But that's all I've got for this episode. Be sure to watch the next one if you're following along, which is the water bending scroll. Kind of a goofy episode, but whatever. It's gonna be fun to talk about. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Okay, bye.